You know, there's always this notion. I'm glad that shout out to Neferit Gasoline who talked about this subject. And we always talk about the diversity in the swirling black woman with white men. And how they always create this narrative that they always pass down, the black women pass down the culture of blackness to their biracial children living in the white community in a dominant white male patriarchy. Now, I don't know why black women want to make this narrative up that somehow they biracial kids come out more in tune with their black side when you living in a white community around white people, and your white husband and your kids normally going to primarily, predominantly almost all white schools. And there's no fucking way you pass it down any kind of black culture to your biracial kids. It's not happening. And see, that's the same thing with white black men that have biracial daughters with white women. If you live primarily in a white community, your kids gonna turn out the same way, no matter if they have a black mom or a white mom. They biracial. It doesn't matter if they live in a black community. They're not gonna have an attachment to blackness if they live in a white community. It's different if you're biracial and you live in a black community. You'll have more of attachment to the people because you live in a community with the black people, because you go see yourself, even though you're biracial, you go see yourself culturally as black. You dig? Now, there's another narrative too, that somehow when you go back to slavery, black women there always talk about this narrative that, you know, the biracials that come from black mother, which, let's be honest, back during slavery, most of your biracials came from the union of the slave master and the black woman on the plantation. That's why majority of us, you see black Americans, blacks in the Caribbean, that's why you see both of us, we come in all shades of color, because that white man laying up with black women. A lot of it was willingly, but some of it was, not willingly. But let's keep it real. Most of it was willingly. I don't give a fuck what nobody say, because that white man feel he purchased you his product, so he can lay with you. Unless you was a young girl, because you had a lot of times white men was laying up with 13 to 14 and 12-year-old girls on the plantation and giving them pregnant. This is where this white man, this pedophilia and shit come from. Because they was laying up with little girls. I said, go get that movie 12 Years go get that movie by homeboy, I forgot his name, Birth of a Nation. I forgot the brother's name. But like I said, man, by Nate Parker. That movie by Nate Parker, Birth of a Nation. And the fucked up thing is, you'll have these black women today think they somehow gonna have these racially young biracial people that's gonna be more in tune to the black community, because they want to have an excuse to lay up with a white man or be with a white man. And hey, whatever floats your boat, I don't knock that union. I feel like if black women want to go over to the white men, go ahead over there to the white men, but stay your ass over there, and we don't need you to have no parts in the black community. None. Stay over there with that white man and be over there. We don't need you bringing him, that white man in our community. We don't want him. I don't give a fuck if he a wigger. I tell them real quick, you're not a part of our people. So leave us alone and go back where you belong at with your people. Do shit that white people do. Play lacrosse and shit. Anyway, like I said, I have no respect for somebody that basically try to interject because they with a white man, they still want to be in the black community. I don't support that shit. I think you should go all the way over the fence. To me, you cannot talk no kind of pro-blackness if you land with a white man. I don't give a fuck. And black men seem to understand this shit. For some reason, black men seem to understand. You don't see no black man that's with a white woman over here talking on pro-black shit. You don't see it because black men know better than that shit. Yes, you go some of them niggas that do like Nate, what's his name? Not Anton Daniels, because he married to a black woman with a bad wig. But I'm not even attracted to his wife. That's why he traveled with a whole bunch of other type of chicks that ain't his wife, because he's actually ashamed of his wife. Anton Daniels is actually literally ashamed of his wife. That's why he traveled with other women that he's attracted to. But anyway, he's Anton the Cool Daniels is a whole nother video. Anyway, what's the brother name? The little so-called Popo, the sheriff, whatever, Brandon Tatum. He's in a relationship with a white woman, and I think he shouldn't have nothing to say about the black community if you with a white person. I don't give a fuck. That goes for Candace Owens. That goes for any nigga that's with a white man or a white woman. You shouldn't have shit to say about our community because you're not in our community. You're not in our community. You with a white man, you with a white woman, stay in your lane. Leave us alone. Leave us alone. Mind your own bitch and go over there and be with your Becky or Becky or Susie or your Brad and Chad. Leave us the fuck alone. We shouldn't be a part of your discussion. In the story, you over the fence. And I can't stand when niggas do that shit. Stay your ass over there with Brad and Chad and Becky and Susan. I ain't knocking no relationships, but I don't think you should have shit to say about the black community because you not in the black community. You're not married to a black man. You're not married to a black woman. You're in the white community. You are married into their culture. You're not in tune to the culture. So therefore, your children are not going to be in tune to the culture unless those children are in a community like that. You dig? It's just like this black chick. Older black chick got mad at her black son for claiming this white baby. And she basically said, he said, Bob, Dad was a white man with blonde hair and blue eyes. And a biracial dude got with a white woman, and the child coming out looking white, and his black mama say, well, that baby ain't black enough. I'm like, looking at this bitch, you laid up with a white man. You laid up with a white man, and this is another thing with these divestors. They don't like their sons to bring home white women and have children with white women, but these bitches will lay up with a white man and basically tell their daughters it's okay for you to bring home a white woman, a white man, but they don't want their sons to bring home a white woman. A lot of these nigga bitches are anti-white woman. When you really look down on it, they anti-white woman because they have an inferiority complex with white women, especially if that white woman attractive, and that's who mainly white men really want. But they substitute black women for white women. That's why the white men, you'll see the white men, even when they with a black woman, and if you pay attention to that shit, and you see a black man with an attractive white woman, you can have this white man with this black woman, and he looking at that interracial couple with the attractive white woman and that black man with a side eye, like he hate. You can see the hate you can see the hate in their face. And I've seen this before. I've seen white dudes look at black men with white women that's in a relationship with a black woman, and the black woman look at him and say, what's wrong? And then she look over, see Tyrone over there with Becky, and she feel a certain kind of way about it. Because Tyrone is doing the things for Becky that Brad is not doing for her. She's doing, black women call themselves going over there and getting the Brad, and telling all these other black women that somehow Brad gonna provide and wine and dine you pasta and lobster, and they ain't what's really going on over there. What's really happening is black women are paying for the pasta and lobster dinners and making it look like if Brad doing it. Brad went over the fence because Brad can't get the desired white woman he wants because these white women don't want him because he a fucking bum and a loser. So they know white men found out that they could get Keisha take them in because their whiteness is currency. Yes, to black women, whiteness is currency, so he could be a broke-ass white dude, a black woman to take him in, provide for him, take care of him, and make it and do the what you call the black wife effect, fix him up, make him look good, make him look presentable, and then make him look like he the one paying for everything when it's her doing it at the same time. But with this same black woman, while she provide all this shit, pasta and lobster to make it look as though Brad is doing it, she see Tyrone doing what he's supposed to do with Becky and Susan, and she feels a certain kind of way about it. She hates it because the lifestyle she living a lie. She living a lie, and Tyrone is providing for that white woman, which a man's supposed to do anyway. If he date any kind of woman, he's supposed to be the man that's doing the providing, not her. But Keisha find herself providing in those relationships, and it's going against the narrative that they painted with everything. Just like with them raising the best black biracial women, they don't raise the best biracial kids no better than what a white man or black man with a white woman. If you living in a white community, they still gonna come out the same. Doesn't matter. Okay, doesn't matter. But for some reason, black women think they go pass down black culture, living in a white man with a white man that primarily you provided for, working 2 or 3 jobs, because you have black women working 2 jobs to provide for a broke-ass white dude, or even an Asian dude that's like the black chick was over that dark-skinned black chick taking care of the Asian dude. All he do over there in Korea, Seoul, Korea, all he do is play video games and babysit the half breed black Asian baby. And she working, taking care of him, providing for him and the baby. This is the black chick. Black chicks always do this. That's why I say when they talk all this divestment shit, I laugh at it because it's a joke. And then when that shit doesn't work, they always try to do the reach back to black men, and they want to talk shit. They want to talk shit about black men being with white women because they have it ain't the fact that they really want a black man. It's the fact that the black men is they spare time by default. When Brad fails, they want to say, well, at least I can get a Tyrone. All I do is put my ass out, my hips out, and look good. I need somebody to take care of this biracial kid. No offense to biracial people, but I need somebody to take care of these biracial kids, and I need to find a simp Tyrone that'll do it. And normally that's what they do. They find a simp ass Tyrone and they take their ass in. They really didn't want to be with him. They really wanted to be with a white man, but the white dude rejected him. And that's always what happened. He rejects him, and then what happened? That white man go off and marry a white woman. Pretty much like Crystal Currency husband did after he was married to her, had 2 biracial children. He divorced her. He divorced Crystal Currency and went off and married a white woman. See, that's what these black women ain't gonna tell y'all this shit. That divest this world. And like I said, that's just the way it is. That's the truth. They can try to paint it, the picture, the portrait, any way they want to paint it. But that's what's really the truth.